Well, good morning, Harrison. Thank you for joining. I'm Mayor Nic Hunter and Harrison Vullerman, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what we wanted to do this year was do something a little bit different, and I just wanted to ask you a few questions about day-to-day life and how this city, hopefully, and how this community helps you a little bit.
5 years ago, we've been through a surgery that was just rough, and having a metal plate put in because kneecaps were too high. Spring break of 2014, we had a metal plate removal. And November of 14, we had screws taken out. Thought we were gonna leave me alone for a little while, but then I had a piece of bone fragment stuck in here, and after that, I was like, I need a break. I get weaker. Y'all operating me too much, and hospitals are just always ruin my summer.
Yeah, I hear you. Let's start out with your name.
I'm Samantha Luke.
Okay, Samantha.
Because I have severe scoliosis, little movements like washing the dishes, bending over just a little bit seems very rudimentary. But bending over like that to wash dishes or to do certain types of laundry, little things like that. A lot of it has just taken a great degree of creativity to figure out a way that you can do the same things.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit differently.
In a different way, huh? So let's start out with your name.
Okay, Huey Nunn.
Okay. And Huey, what we wanted to do this morning was just have a conversation and talk a little bit about living with a disability here in Lake Charles. For our conference this year, this is my first year as mayor to be involved. I just want to do something a little different and kind of hear a little bit more of the voice from people living in our area with disabilities.
Sure.
Talk to me a little bit about that journey.
Well, I tell you, it's always challenging. In Shreveport, where I was from, we had the challenges of sidewalk accessibility, being able to get inside buildings adequately, doors sometimes a little bit heavy to open, so we didn't have the wheelchair push hand automatic opening device in order to support that.
I wanted to take the opportunity this year at the conference to just talk to some people with disabilities here in Lake Charles, hear a little bit about your story. Start out with your name.
Rocky Fuselae.
Rocky, how long have you lived in Lake Charles?
Probably close to 30 years.
Okay. Just talk to me a little bit about some of the day-to-day challenges that you face.
Having to depend on other people to come and help me get dressed, help me with all those personal things. Been doing it so long that it's just like anybody else, second nature.
Yeah. How important has the community been, whether it be friends or family, in helping you get to where you are today?
I have lots of support through friends, family, church. I couldn't have gone near as far as I've gone without all that.
Who helps you get through the day? Family, friends?
Well, I have several co-workers through the state.
And how important is your family? How important is your mom?
Very important.
Very important. How important have friends, family, your husband been on this journey for you?
That's been, I think, a key factor to success in daily living. Having a positive support system and telling you that you can do it, you will do it, or I'll figure out a way for you to do it.
Mary and I were married 8 months, and that's when I had my accident.
Wow.
It's been very important. Having a good, strong support family system is essential. And due to our value system and our belief in God, that's really was a good transitioning point to help us come through this year thing.
Is there any final thoughts or final message that you would like people out there to know about you or about people with disabilities here in Lake Charles?
I think just for people with disabilities in general, because we have to participate, as we saw with the exercises out there, sometimes you have to participate through analogy, or you have to adapt it to your own abilities, whether it's stretching or like I said earlier, how do you get that thing down from the top shelf?
Oh, it's been my experience that people who does not have a family member or themselves that is not familiar with those with disabilities tends to take life a little bit more for granted. George Swift, who is now having the experience with the chair, he and I was talking just a few weeks ago, and he was saying his whole experience or perspective of life has changed because he's faced with some challenges that he never considered because he never had the exposure to deal with some of the conflicts that makes persons in wheelchair get about the city a little bit easier.
So I think fostering creativity at a very young age, rather than just saying, I don't know how to do this, this isn't gonna work, you raise your hand and say, I have an idea. Because if someone had handed Mozart saying, only a cello as a child, and that just wasn't his thing, and they said, well, I guess you're just not good at music.
Yeah.
Where would we be?
Yeah, that is a really cool analogy. I love it. All right, thank you so much. This was great. I really enjoyed this. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor.
I think you're off to a good start. I know that you recently became mayor, but you're off to a good start with just trying to create a public awareness for the community as well as your staff being a part of promoting that kind of awareness. So
Thank you. I
very
appreciate
grateful.
that.
Yes.
Thank you for your time, man. This
Pleasure.
was
Thank
a
you.
really enjoyable interview.
Well,
Thank you.
absolutely. Thank
Who
you.
was in there?
Well, it's an honor to have you as our champion this year, and it's an honor to spend a little time visiting with you, Harrison. Thank you so much. All right? Thank y'all.
People that have a disability like to be treated just like anybody else.
Yeah.
No special treatment, just, so that's what I like.
Well, thank you for being on the commission. That really means a lot that you've been on that commission for that long. Really appreciate your input and your dedication, and thank you for being a part of Lake Charles. All right?